baby. Nat and it's
Hello to the Twitch world. Hello. Yes. So really fast. Welcome to the Kenzie and Roman show on Twitch.
Yes.
On our Instagram lives.
Yes. If you see us looking this way, we're not haunted. We're just checking out our IG lives.
On YouTube, after the recording is done, we post it right to YouTube. So Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. That's a pretty good reach for us so far, right?
Yeah, it's good. Jenny loves you. Irene, hello. Ganger, I like it. That's probably not violent. I like it. What I would love for you and Kenzie to come to my wedding. Now we just got a wedding invite. We're like 2 minutes in.
On Twitch so far, City Girl checking in. What's up on Twitch?
Hey, Fluffy.
Fluffy loves the old school songs we were playing before our show started. That was Planet Soul, parentheses, Set You Free, Digging in the Crates. Yes. Or like you like to say, digging... What do you say?
I don't know. Ruffling beer boxes.
You say throwbacks in a crate is what you say.
I don't know. Throwing it back in a crate. Whatever.
What's up to my people over here? Ivanka, Kimmy, Sweet Home Chicago, Kabata 4. Now to everybody watching on Instagram and Twitch, here's the deal. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time, we do a show with graphics, with pictures on Twitch, okay? Mm-hmm. It's on Twitch for all, the entire show is on Twitch. But we realize that not everybody does Twitch. So we don't want to lose the momentum and the show that we planned. So we're doing Instagram Live so you can at least see it. But the music, the audio, the pictures, it's all set up for Twitch. So we're speaking to Twitch.
That's why we have microphones and stuff, because the audio really feeds through there. So you can totally cheat, watch on here, vibe it out. That's fine. Yeah. But if you want the full blown show, it's a real show, and it's free, just mind you, we're not trying to get you
everything's free.
Spend the shmoney.
Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, all free. Our show is totally free. We make $0.
I know, it's so unfortunate. Okay, Lewis, what's up? And then Nat's like, who do I DM? She goes to college of DuPage, like you, she said.
Oh, COD, what's up?
Hey, so DM me, honey. I ain't that hard to reach. Okay. You can hit me up. Unfortunately, I don't have a assistant or anything.
On Twitch, City Girl says, when will there be a new Jump Smokers song coming out, Mr. Roman? Well, yes, so I am part of the Jump Smokers. DJ Flipside, who set up our Twitch channel, he is the other member of the Jump Smokers. And yes, we have been talking about doing some stuff. We've been in talks with Pitbull. We have a kind of a secret Mariah Carey remix album that we're hopefully going to put out pretty soon.
Who can say that? Just a little album with Mariah? I'm not on it. Spoiler alert.
For the record, if you want to know anything Jump Smokers, you can go on Spotify, Apple Music. All of our stuff is there. Mm-hmm. A lot of really, really cool remixes and original music and stuff. So we're talking about getting back out there this year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You want us to, I know that.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I want to tour with you for the vacations.
Yeah. Really fast. All the touring I did with the Jump Smokers, you said you couldn't handle that if you weren't with me.
Yeah, well, I would have loved it because I would have went, but I would have not been a stay-at-home girly while you tour. While you're turning up the time of your life, fans stalking you, I would have stayed home. I don't even let you have boys night. I'm I'm one of the boys.
Yeah.
I'm in
Legit.
there.
If my guys, Ryan Severini, Jason Urquiz, and Michael Gonzalez.
Love them. They're my boys.
If you guys are in any of these chats, I don't hang out with them, just the dudes. Kenzie always comes as one of the guys.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, they love when I come, right? I'm like, yeah, no, they do. But they also wouldn't mind if it was once in a while, just the guys. But you would mind.
I would mind, so they're gonna have to. I'm part of it, and I'm good. We have fun.
We do, yeah, we have fun.
Whatever. Irene, I know that's right. Sin. Period. Kenzie. What? He's had so much time in his life without me, and I don't think you should miss any with me.
Okay,
you know?
Okay. Kabata 4 says, shout out to University of Illinois, Champaign. My daughter's cheering at the NCAA women's tournament right now. Awesome. Well,
congratulations.
Best of luck. U of I, the Fighting Illini. That's awesome, right? So we have COD checking in, U of I checking in. Roman, will you protect Kenzie? Oh no, Roman will protect you, Kenzie. Stalkers beware. We had a situation in Whiting, Indiana for New Year's Eve that there were some dudes that were definitely hanging on my girl Kenzie. I had to go in there and be like, yo, what's up?
You did, you pulled like a PR move on me because it was very sweet. They stayed after, they wanted to do photos and stuff because we hosted the New Year's Eve.
For sure.
But then they were listen, they were drinking. It was not intentional. I'm sure sober them would have realized more of a boundary. But they were I was having a hard time standing up. They were laying on top of me to take these photos. I was excuse me, we have unfinished business. Came in and grabbed me.
That's a funny comment right there.
Which one?
The Cy Burley.
Sin Burley.
Oh,
you guys have Coke so far as a couple. It's awesome.
Oh,
That's funny.
You have come so far. I'm sorry. I thought she meant we were so hyped up. She thought we were like
On coke.
You guys have come so far as a power couple. That's awesome.
I go, why is it funny? Like, 'cause it's not true.
My bad.
All right, well, thanks for the compliment. He thought I was coked out.
One more comment over there. Nat.
Are you guys
Natora?
going to go to Smokeout? Mr. Sammy Hunt's going to be there.
Sam Hunt is going to be at Smokeout, so Kenzie and Roman.
Cheating single Sam Hunt's going to be there.
Allegedly. So Kenzie and Roman are going to be at Smokeout to watch Sam Hunt. We love that dude. He's awesome. Mitchell Tenpenny, our other guy.
Oh,
Mitchell is going to
yeah.
be there on Sunday. So if Ed Warm is watching, we're going to be there. Hopefully, you can show us some love. We can say what's up to Sam Hunt, right? That's our guy. We love him.
Yeah. And if you guys are at Smokeout, come do like shots with us. I won't be driving. He will. So,
so shots with her because I don't
I'll be there with the boys.
And yes, Nat, Nator, if we're at Smokeout, you're there. We are very, very approachable. Like, legit, we are the most approachable couple in the world. So if you ever see us out and about, whether it's somewhere really cool like Smokeout or somewhere kind of just like lame as like Target, please say hello. Please.
Oh my God. I have a tendency to become too close to people who come up to me. They're like, that's enough, Oh, hi, Lauren. How are you? Okay.
All right. Let's get to the show. So
do the stuff.
Instagram, just so you know, we're going to be focusing in the middle on our Twitch show. All the pictures and graphics and music and microphones, it's all set up for our Twitch show. And if you've been from like the old school, from like the beginning of our Twitch show, which is only 8 episodes deep, by the way. You haven't missed a lot of stuff. But if you're here from the beginning, we've actually changed our studio to be more conducive to like what we're figuring out is Twitch, right? So we moved our entire couch and studio and our setup. Now we're facing a window outside of our house. It might look kind of the same, but this is funny. What?
Because good Lord, you're gonna blame it on me, but it's fine.
No,
Go
I'm not.
ahead.
We renovated this room because back in 2020, when the coronavirus COVID pandemic hit, my 7-year-old son Tristan, who was in first grade at the time, even actually kindergarten, but whatever. When it first started, we made this like a remote learning room because he wasn't going to school. He was doing everything from home. So,
and it was just too much. Like if you guys had anybody doing like e-learning, it was too much to have them like in the kitchen. We just needed a separate space. It was like he was used to like if I'm in the kitchen, I can draw, I can run over here. He needed to be like in a classroom, at least a makeshift one to get him to like hone in. Like this is where you do work.
We wanted to like make it normal for him, make it fun for him. So Kenzie and I decided to decorate this room. It was like a second guest room. We decorated this room to make it a Tristan remote learning room, and look at the picture of what it looks like on Twitch, obviously.
It's so cute.
Look at that. So he was so excited. We had balloons. It was a whole like reveal of this room. But if you look at the background there, you see his name, Tristan, that is put together on the wall. It's stuck to the wall. My one request to Kenzie was, I don't want to put nails in the wall because I knew it wasn't like a forever classroom in this room.
He's got a weird thing about holes in the wall, like even tiny little nail holes, which I'm like are not a big deal, but okay. So I was like, I just Googled like strong double-sided tape, right?
Right.
3M.
And you said
prime time.
You use these double-sided tape.
I've used
before.
double-sided tape like at my apartment because I ain't got a lot of skill with I live by myself. Okay.
So coronavirus is over at some point, right? And we decided that the kids go back to school. So my son's been in school all of second grade this year. He's been in class every single day, which is great. So now we're deciding to do Twitch. We have some radio stuff, some TV stuff. We decided to turn this room from a remote learning room into a studio room, which is where we're at right now, okay? So we got to take down the Tristan letters, and we do, but as we're taking down the Tristan letters, this is what happens to our wall. OMG.
It literally ripped pieces of the wall. Like, I'm not talking about just paint, y'all. Like, there were layers inside of a wall that I didn't know were in a wall.
It's a complicated.
I'm like, there's like cardboard in there.
Yes.
I didn't know there was Did you know if you go peel back parts of your wall, it gets to like cardboard? I didn't know that.
It broke my heart to see like this house that I love so much.
You were so upset.
Because like, here's the deal. Like, Kenzie has moved a lot in her life, right? So she's rented apartments, right? So this is like a really big this house was a very big purchase for me, right? So I bought it back in 2014, and so it's very, very, very important to me. So yes, I don't want all these holes in the wall in our studio.
Pish posh, okay? You can fix it.
Okay, I can't because I'm not a handyman. That's one thing about me. There are skills that I possess. I am talented in certain areas. being a handyman is not one of the skills that I possess. I'm actually really, really bad at it. So I was freaking out.
I actually feel like I'm a little handier than you. Like I kind of put stuff together more than you.
You're definitely handsier than me.
Oh, okay. Let's make me sound slutty.
But no,
that's
anyways.
fine.
So I see this and I'm like, damn it, like how I can't fix this. Like I don't know how to, what do you call it, spackle and paint, and I don't do that. Like that's not what I do, right? I gotta hire somebody. It's gonna cost money. Like this sucks, right? So she then is like, what'd you say?
Call my dad.
I'm like, call my dad.
I'm like, first of all, like my dad will fix all of this. See how many holes I put in walls? I was unbothered. And it's not like this is our family room. Like it's a guest room nobody sees. I'm like, my dad will come.
But we see it. And really, a disclaimer really fast. I was bummed out, but like we knew we were putting this big old ABC flyer over it, so I knew that if we could just get it to like serviceable, this big old banner is gonna go over it. But like that broke my heart what you're seeing right there. So thankfully, her dad did come to Chicago. Oh, new follower, Marco Polo.
Hey, Marco Polo. I like
Marco Polo. What's up, Marco Polo? Welcome to our Twitch world. Thank you so much for following us. We really appreciate you. Chime in with some comments. We love to talk to you. But yeah, so her dad comes in that weekend. Thankfully, he was coming in anyway.
I love all the comments. All the girls are like, "Yep, Daddy will do it."
Yeah, you girls have that. From a guy's standpoint, that sucks. That sucks.
Well, like, learn. He comes here. He does stuff. Watch him.
Yeah, I should.
Watch. I want you to absorb that. That was my goal, is for you to start absorbing.
Yeah.
That, so then I could just be like, you do it.
Yeah, I will say, like, you know, it's not just a girl thing. Like, my father always fixed everything for me. Like, my dad, well, he ended up being very, very handy, you know, but my dad sadly passed away back in 2017, so I'm like the man of the house, right? I'm the man of like my family, and I can't do shit. I can call somebody, like, Lucio, I need this fixed and painted. Like, I can call somebody,
my God.
but I can't do it myself. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I can't do
I know,
something.
so like, I'm just unbothered. Listen, I moved all these places. I've done a lot worse than peel parts of a wall off. I've broken I've done all sorts of stuff. Okay, my daddy's put it back together. I was unbothered.
Marco Polo, who's our new follower on Twitch, says, whoa, this is a way different experience than IG. It is. Twitch is a better experience. It's like a TV show on Twitch.
Yes.
We got all the bells and whistles thanks to DJ Flipside. It's a really cool looking thing. So if you can go over to Twitch right now, you'll see the pictures, you'll see the or you hear the music, see the mics, you know, the graphics and everything.
Yeah, the sound's awesome.
Yeah.
We have graphics. We have a whole setting. And by the way, it's twitch.tv/Kenzie and Roman.
Yeah.
It is like free. We're not trying to get you to sign up for some subscription app or anything like that.
Yeah.
I want to make that clear. I do not like when people try to get me to spend money, okay? We are not Simon Leviev. You don't need to spend any money on us.
City Girl says, did it rip the paint off the wall? The paint and the things under the paint?
And layers.
And
Mira, let me tell you something, City Girl. These walls are like onions. We pulled back.
Man.
If they had 9 lives, they got about 2 left. We went deep.
Bottom
that
line,
was
though,
not good.
her dad fixed it, so thank you, Mr. Kramer, for coming and saving the day. And now our studio is beautiful.
I have to do a Tampa shout out because
Sure.
someone's like, I love you from. I have like two or three people in here talking about Tampa,
Cool.
and then somebody said, "Oh, you're too good not to respond about Tampa." I'm like, baby, you were just mid story. That's all it was.
Right.
I miss Tampa too. Love you.
I will say I went to Tampa a couple times with her, like going back to Tampa. She was a rock star in Tampa. Like legit, we went out 2 nights like for like just restaurants, and they're like, oh my God, Kenzie K. Like they were freaking out about her in Tampa. So I guess I didn't realize what a big deal she was in Tampa.
Thanks.
Well, I don't live there. I'm not from there. I don't know. You know, you were there for 2.5 years. I didn't think like it was like that right. But
that was like the most at home I ever. I like vibed with Tampa. That is what I consider like in my heart, like my home. Like when I go see, I am. Like
you're marrying
that has, like,
me. You're at B96. You're in Chicago.
And
this is
I love
home.
you. I love you. But like it feels like that feels like my hometown. You know what I'm saying? Dollar tattoos. Tampa in the building. See? I love Tampa, yo. That's my favorite place. He knows that. It makes him mad.
Sinbad says she's a rock star in Chicago. She is.
Oh,
she's a rock star in
kind
Tampa, rock star in Chicago, and the ultimate rock star in my eyes. That's all I know.
Oh, Irene said I only listen to the radio for Kenzie K. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
And I said something really, really sweet, and she completely ignored it because she was reading her own comments on Instagram.
What'd you say?
Watch it back on YouTube.
What'd you say?
No, watch it back on YouTube.
I can't read
Marco Polo.
and hear at the same
She's
time.
a big deal everywhere, worldwide, baby. Yes.
Nope, that's like Pitbull. That's not me.
Good old Pit. All right, let's move along here because in case you guys don't know, you probably can't see right now, I have a glass right here on a coaster. Kenzie has wine not on a coaster, and a glass over there on a coaster, right? We have coasters here because I'm a big believer in coasters for like the furniture.
He's just like such a clean freak.
Last night,
our Twitch, by the way, is twitch.tv/Kenzie and Roman. Twitch.tv. Someone's asking.
Okay, now it's cool. All good. All right, so check this out. This was our bedroom last night. All right, not one, not two, but 3 glasses on her nightstand. This is her nightstand. I put a poll on my Instagram guessing whose nightstand it was. This is Kenzie K's nightstand.
He took a private moment from inside my bedroom and he posted it.
Our bedroom.
It was my side of the bedroom though, and I feel violated.
Right. So can you explain to our viewers and our followers why that is happening on your nightstand?
Here's the problem, okay, is that I get so thirsty in the middle of the night, okay? I have a lot of nightmares. I'm often running in my nightmares, get sweaty, whatever. I need drinks.
Okay.
I need beverages. So I bring them up,
okay,
and then I forget. And then the next night I bring one up, and I'm like, oh my God. And then the next night I keep forgetting that they're there. But you see them, and I feel like you could help me, and you could bring
I
some
should bring down your glasses.
I cook your dinner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes...
Right.
This is a back scratching environment.
Is it? Okay.
You know what I mean?
So this is funny. I wasn't gonna post this, but I did. I posted it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And I put a poll up there. And I'll tell you what, there are lots of people that were DMing me about this. Guys that were like, my girl does that all the time. Our friend Brittany, who's a girl, obviously, that's me. That's totally me with a picture of like all the water bottles.
She's like 14. She put me to shame.
Yeah. So like clearly this is something that happens in relationships, and it seems like, not being sexist, our internal investigation shows that females do this where guys don't.
Did you ever see the movie Signs?
No. New follower, Natalie the best.
Don't call another girl the best.
That's her name. Welcome, Natalie.
I'm allowed to say that.
Welcome, Natalie. Thank you for following us. Feel free to chat with us. We'll talk to you back and forth. Thank you so much for joining the show.
I think that's the Nat that just invited us to our wedding. She asked for her Twitch.
Perfect.
So that's why you're twisting.
People are coming. Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah, I love that.
Awesome.
Flipper. Signs is a great movie. Okay, so my point was, in Signs, spoiler alert, but it came out like 14 years ago, so that's on you. Okay. In the movie Signs, like it's about aliens showing up, right? And there's a girl, like a young girl in the movie, who leaves water cups all around the house, like when she's done.
Okay.
Well, it turns out the things that gets the aliens is water. It affects them. So, because of her cups, they were like shoving the aliens into the cups. Saved their life.
I hear you. Okay.
So I think subconsciously,
you're
as
saving
a child,
our lives. Okay.
I was like, I want to be ready. You lock the doors, you leave a cup of water out. You know what I mean? Like protocol.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure everyone would be safe.
My friend Teresa had DM'd me on Instagram about this picture and said, clearly you guys don't have cats. So I guess if you have cats, cats will knock these things over, and you wouldn't.
Or they drink out of them, which is the worst. They shove their face in there, and then you can't drink out of it.
We don't have cats because I hate cats. I hate cats.
I love cats.
Only because I'm definitely allergic to cats, so I'm not like a super mean person. I just don't want to sneeze and be miserable my entire life. So
I love all animals, and it's because I have probably, it could be like clinically diagnosed need for love and attention. And I love that animals become obsessed with you because that's how I treat like you. Like I feel like I behave towards you like a dog would. Yeah.
You're an animal. You're an animal.
I just like constantly want to be all up in there.
OnlyFans has joined our
mine. They're
Instagram.
waving at me. I think they hopped over to mine.
What's up, OnlyFans? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to our behind the scenes here. Actually, OnlyFans. We are on OnlyFans, in case you guys don't know. We have a super PG page, in case you guys are wondering. It's a completely PG.
It's appropriate with like couples content.
Yes, but OnlyFans, we're actually talking about doing this same live on OnlyFans. I haven't figured out how many cameras do we need, because we have Instagram.
It's a lot going on.
So I think we're gonna try next week to do this on OnlyFans as well as Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, so what's up, OnlyFans? But yeah, so Natalie says, I have a question for Roman. Me and my fiance's first date was Sam Hunt concert. Can you please try to help me surprise him with meeting Sam?
Oh my God, could you surprise me with meet and greets for Sam? I've never met him.
I will tell you, Natalie, I no longer work for US 99. Okay, so that'd be a little harder than it was maybe a few years ago. But listen, we want to go back and meet Sam Hunt again because we love Sam Hunt, regardless of the controversy that happened. That's his personal life. I mean, we don't support that, but musically,
I wouldn't hook any of my friends up with him, but I would like to take a picture with him. Like, that's where I'm at.
It might have Natalie. If I have any connections down the road, that's a cool story. Your first date with Sam Hunt concert, that's awesome. But I'll see what I can do, but no promises on that.
Natalie, if he brings you and doesn't bring me, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Sinbad says, Kenzie, any update on Say Yes to the Dress? Your girl is not trying to miss it.
Trust me, the second I know. So here's the deal. With filming Say Yes to the Dress, they get way ahead because it is a lot of editing. Because if you ever watch Say Yes to the Dress, what you'll realize is the episodes all have a common theme.
Okay.
Whether it's, big entourages, mean mother-in-laws, small budget, big budget, picky bride, destination wedding, they all have themes. So not only do they have to edit all these episodes, they also have to kind of pick a theme to link together the brides within the episode. So it's a big project. So season 20 is already in the can. I think it airs over the summer.
Okay.
So I filmed for season 21, which I believe would come out in the fallish time. Okay. I'm part of season 21, so not even in the upcoming one.
Right.
However, I customized my dress. And typically in the past, they've not 100% told me yet, in the past, they don't air your episode until they can get a final photo or footage of your dress.
They try.
Right, so whether they do it at my final fitting in December, that's when I'm getting my dress fit, or they take, images from my wedding, because it's hard to air the episode, and at the end of the day, they don't get to actually see the dress. It's being customized. So I do think mine will be pushed back even a little further, but I will blast that everywhere.
Sure.
You will not miss it.
Yeah, you're not going to miss it. We are a very public couple. This information will be out there. You will not miss it whatsoever.
Totally. So it'll be out there. Don't worry about it. By the way, if you're on IG Live, we're putting, we have graphics, photos, music. Our microphones are actually linked all on Twitch.
Yeah.
So if you go to twitch.tv/Kenzie Roman, it is like the full-blown actual show. It's a different experience.
Yep.
Totally free.
Yep.
I don't need your money, okay? But you can go on here. It's totally free. But if you're wondering when we're talking about certain photos and stuff, it's all up on the actual Twitch stuff. So
Enrique, great comment. I'm not going to repeat it, but thank you very much. I agree with you, but I will tell you, this right here is the superstar of B96 in my eyes, right? So I agree with you, but check out Kenzie K middays, and thank you for the love. I appreciate
Enrique,
that. Thank you. No,
okay, I don't think you'd be listening 10 to 3.
It's a compliment to me, so thank you very much, and I agree. Minus this she's a bad girl, man. She's good. She's good.
A bad girl.
Like not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. All right.
Bad meaning good. Got it.
All right. So let's move on here. All right. This was hysterical. This story, it's a parenting story. It's a Kenzie K believes in ghost stories.
You guys don't even understand. When I tell you that the story ends with me breaking down in tears.
Yeah.
Okay, because I believe in ghosts. Legitimately breaking down in tears because of ghosts.
So the background on us is that we live together. Obviously, we're engaged. I have a 7-year-old son named Tristan, and we all live here, one big happy family. Okay.
Yes.
So Kenzie leaves for work early in the morning. I get Tristan ready for school, send him off to school, and I'm home by myself pretty much all day, right? So Kenzie in her closet, she has what do you call it, like a Costco stepping stool or whatever?
I'm too short to reach everything in my closet, so I have a mini step stool on a
step stool.
Yeah.
Okay. And from when she was a kid, she has a stuffed animal elephant.
Lavelle the elephant.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Miss Irene's.
Miss Irene.
New follower. What's up, Miss Irene's? How are you? Thank you for
girl.
joining us on Twitch. All right. So she's got Lavelle.
Yeah, Lavelle the elephant.
Yeah, very common name. Lavelle the elephant. And so they're in separate parts of her closet. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kenzie, I'm taking Tristan over to soccer later that day, and she sends me a picture of this and goes, real funny, Justin.
Now, if you're on IG Live and you can't see the photo because it's up on our Twitch, so the step stool is moved away. It's kind of almost coming into the bathroom out of my closet, and the stuffed animal's sitting on it, staring out. So when you walk in the room, you see it.
So I, by the way, saw this during the day, and I thought she put it like that to me, kind of as a cute little, hi, I miss you. So I go, I didn't do that. She's like, yeah, right, real funny.
Very funny. Ha ha ha.
So there's that picture, and then there's this with the hair clips. What is it, a lint brush and hair
Yes. So then on top of that, I walk further into my closet because I'm moving it back. I think he's being funny. And I have a lint brush, which wasn't even originally out, with one of my hairpins in it, and then my beauty blenders for makeup stacked on top of it, this mini statue.
Yeah.
And I text him again, and I'm like, were you just like hanging out in my closet all day, you weirdo?
And so I go, I didn't do this. Like, what are you talking? I didn't do it, right? And she goes, yeah, right, shut up. And she was exhausted that day.
I had a horrible migraine. It was a bad day.
So she wanted to take a nap, and I wasn't gonna tell her like, no, for real, I didn't do it.
Because they weren't home.
Yeah, I didn't want to scare her, so I let her go to sleep. Right? She goes to sleep. So we come back home, and I go, hey babe, for the record, I didn't do that. And she goes, shut up. I go, no, I didn't do that. So now, obviously, my son probably did it, right? He's 7 years old. Mm-hmm. So I pull him aside and I go, hey.
No, well, we were laughing first. In fairness, I was like, what do you mean you didn't do it? And I'm like, Tristan, did you? Like, oh, you're playing a prank on me. No big deal. So it was all still funny at this point in time.
Right.
And then he's like, no, I promise. He's looking at me right in my eyes going, I promise I didn't do it.
I didn't. Yeah.
And then Justin's like, I'm going to talk. Maybe he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to him privately.
Tristan may at that point think it's a big deal and he's scared, so he doesn't want it. So I pull him aside upstairs and I go, hey, buddy, you're not going to get in trouble, but I need to know the truth. Did you put Kenzie's elephant on the step stool? And he looked at me and goes, Daddy, I didn't do that. And I'm like, buddy, like you won't be in trouble. Like, you know, did you do? And I swear, he goes, I did not do it. Now listen, at this point, I believe my son because he was being pretty serious, and I gave him an out of like he doesn't get in trouble if he tells me.
Also, like, listen, if I started off mad, like, had any of us been like, who the hell was in the closet? Everyone was like laughing about it at first. So really, if anything, I thought he'd be proud of himself. Like if he had done it, like, I got you. You're like asking around about it. And so then I tell Justin, I go, show him the photos or bring him in the closet. Cause maybe he's thinking that this isn't a big deal. Like the elephant thing. Maybe he's thinking he got ruined and he's like, it's not me. Yeah. So you bring him into my closet. Like, no, buddy, did you do this?
Yeah. That was the second time I think I talked to him. I pulled him in your closet. Yeah. And I go, buddy, did you... I gotta know, you're not in trouble, but did you do this? Because Kenzie's getting a little scared. He goes, Daddy, I didn't do it. Now listen, he's 7 years old. I don't really ever remember a time he's ever lied to me face to face, like for real. And
most kids like start to giggle when they do a prank.
So you know? At this point, I believe him, and I'm like, he didn't do it. So I go downstairs, I tell Kenzie, I go, all right, for the record, Tristan didn't do it. I'm positive he didn't do this. And she starts crying and freaking out.
Because I am like, we either have a ghost. Listen, there's three. I obviously didn't do it. If neither of the boys did it, we either have a ghost, okay?
Which she believes in, by the way.
Right.
So
I was like, get rid of the whole house. Amen. I don't want to see how this movie ends, Mina. I've seen the beginning. We are packing our bags. Or I'm like, or there's honestly like a creepy guy. Like the fact that it just happened in my closet.
Right.
That creeped me out. It wasn't like, how did this thing in the family room get moved? Okay, there's a million people in and out of it. Yeah. My closet is like hard to get to. You have to go through our room, the bathroom, then to my closet. Yeah. It's like, it felt very creepy. Honestly, Tristan's almost never been in my closet because it's far away. Yeah. It just, to me, it scared me that it's like, it's just in my closet, and it felt so geared towards me. Like, even like my cute stuffed animal got made creepy, like it's staring at me when I walk in. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Like poltergeist things coming alive.
Right. So she's crying, and then I'm like, listen, what if someone was in the house? I'm like, no one was in the house. But I then go check every nook and cranny of the house, just in case there's like a stalker, because, you know, she's a pretty girl. I don't want, like, you know, maybe there is a stalker. I don't know. So I go to the basement. I go every nook and cranny of this house. I know, like, the back of my hand. I check everything. Nothing. No one's here. I go, babe, we're safe. Nobody is here.
And I got mad then, because I go, you need to take this more. You do not care enough. Because if it really was not any of us three, this is a fucking problem.
Naomi says, sage the closet.
That's what I'm saying. Naomi, for real. Like, I go, if it's not one of us three, you need to be more concerned. Because listen, it's not like a bunch of stuff fell over. Yeah. Like, oh, maybe these are things stacked in weird ways and entire like ladders moved. Like, we have problems. Yeah. We have big problems.
The best part of the story is this. For a third time, I decide to confront my son. And I go,
because I'm having a mental breakdown.
Because she's freaking out and crying, like, legit. And I sit him down in his room. I go, Tristan, I have to ask you before I call the police, and you will not get in trouble. Did you do this? Did you move the elephant and put it on the step stool? And he's like, Daddy, I didn't. I go, last time, but I'm calling the police if you didn't do it, because that means someone was in the house. Did you move it? You will not be in trouble. Daddy, I didn't do it. I'm kind of freaked out because I believe the kid. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to call the police. And he's like, okay. And then he goes on the floor for a second and he goes, Daddy, will the police ask me any questions? And I'm like, no. I go, I'm going to tell them that you didn't do it, and they're not going to ask you any questions, but they're going to fingerprint the room. They're going to be able to tell from like footprints, fingerprints. He starts crying hysterically. I did it. I'm so sorry. I'm like, You lied to me 3 different times, like serious lie to my face.
We need to investigate other things because
oh my God.
that is I can't even lie that well. I cannot lie as well as a 7-year-old. I am blown away. He looked right in my eyes. It looked like he made me think I was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you talking about? I've never been in your closet. Like, I feel like mind tricked by this mini man.
But
I can't believe it.
The fact that he was like, Daddy, are the police gonna ask me any questions at 7 years old?
I'm like, no, but I got a few more now.
so he's crying hysterically, and I'm like, listen, I promised you wouldn't get in trouble. If you ever do this again, you ever lie to my face again like this, you're grounded for a week. No TV, no sports, no like anything, right? You're like, no toys, you're done. You're not in trouble now, but I'm very disappointed you lied to me. Next time you will be grounded for an entire week.
Yes.
He's crying hysterically where his nose starts to bleed.
Good Lord.
Blood starts gushing out of his nose because he's so hysterically upset. But like he lied, he caused it. So it's like, I want him to apologize to Kenzie, but I gotta fix the bloody nose first.
Oh my God.
So he's like, doing this with the Kleenex and everything. Finally, I make him go apologize to Kenzie, and he was so scared of it, right?
Oh my God, it was hilarious. Because he walks, and here's the thing. That dude could have a play date in my closet. I don't care. I just was genuinely concerned for our family if it wasn't him. So if he would have like giggled at the table like I did, I'd be like, oh, you trickster. Like it's like, oh my God, you got yourself in trouble over nothing because what you did actually wasn't bad. It's just that you lied about it for hours.
Yeah.
So he walks in the kitchen, he's like, hi. Sorry, I lied. He couldn't even get it out, and he just buries his face in my shirt. Hey, lied. And I'm like, Tristan, and I'm like trying not to laugh too hard. I'm like, baby, I go, I don't care at all that you did. I go, it's actually really funny that you set my elephant up and stuff. I go, but I'm concerned for our family when you didn't admit it after that long. I thought somebody was like in our house. And he's like,
he was so hysterical. A few Twitch comments. Flipside says busted.
Oh my God.
Somebody says it's hilarious. Why did you have to scare the poor kid from City Girl? This is funny. Tara says, and the Emmy goes to Tristan.
No
for
kidding.
Real. Like he had me fooled. I believe the kid.
And honestly, now we know. When he's like, I got an A on that. Go look. I didn't know he could. Irene's like straight face.
City Girl says, what was his reason for doing it? So I asked him, I go, why did you lie to me? And he goes, I just wanted to show Kenzie her stuffed animal. I'm like, okay, that's a lie. But one more funny thing. So I lay in bed with him like one like music cycle every single night before I like leave his room for the night. And we're laying there, and he's like, Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. He goes, were you really gonna call the cops? That's what he says. At 7 years old. Were you gonna call the cops?
And you better double down.
I'm like, yeah, I was.
Okay, good, because he needs to know we're about
Absolutely,
that.
Yeah.
Ring, baby. Someone's like, he folded under questioning. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
good.
But the police is a good idea, though, right? I threatened the police.
Yeah. You wouldn't have. If it was just you two, you would have never done that. But I lost it. Out of genuine concern for our family, I'm like, you guys are both telling the truth, and we need to sell the house. Like, we have to leave immediately.
I never get scared of anything, and I assumed it was him all along, but then when he 3 different times seriously told me it wasn't him, I believed him, and I know I didn't do it.
Oh my God.
And short of you being delirious in the morning or whatever, I know you didn't do it. So I was like, maybe someone did break in, but now we know it was not.
I'm getting a few people asking about, like, what's with, what is Twitch? What's Twitch?
Yeah,
so
sure.
we have our IG lives up because a lot of people just don't know what Twitch is. So this is like the cheat, easy way to watch it, right? But our actual shows on Twitch, it's a free app. You can go on your laptop, you can download an app. It's easy peasy. It's totally free, just like Instagram or something. And it's twitch.tv/Kenzie and Roman. You don't even have to create an account. You can just watch on there. But on Twitch, we have music, actual microphones,
graphics,
total background,
pictures,
photos, like the elephant on the chair and stuff like that was in my closet. We're up on the graphics, so you can chat from there. It's a way better real show setup. It's just because a lot of people don't have it. We're kind of helping people cheat and get a sneak peek on the IG lives. Hopefully it brings you to want to go look on Twitch to see what it's all about. And if it doesn't, that's fine.
And if Twitch, for whatever reason, is not your thing, well, you guys, it's your thing, but if it's not your thing, we post this to YouTube after the show airs, and all the graphics and pictures is part of the YouTube as well. So YouTube and Twitch have the full show, but Instagram Lives only have kind of behind the scenes. Just because we work hard on this content, and we want you guys to see it. We want everybody to see it. So it's like, why fight? Why swim uphill when we can make it easier for you guys? But Twitch is preferred if you guys can live.
I know, it looks a lot better. So again, Twitch.tv/Kenzie and Roman. It's that easy. It'll pop right up. Just a heads up.
The next topic we have for you guys is I realize that I'm kind of dumb and naive when it comes to this wedding thing, because a couple things. I didn't realize that an engagement ring, I knew about that, but I didn't realize that then there's a wedding ring that goes along with the engagement ring. I thought the engagement ring was just it, and then like at the wedding, I'll get it back, and then in front of God,
take it off and give it back,
and then in front of God, I'll put it back on. New follower, G Money Grip. 22. You
can't leave off the number.
Thank you so much for following us. We very, very much appreciate it. You're going to enjoy Twitch a lot better than anything else, any other format on this show. But yeah, so I'm naive and I'm kind of dumb when it comes to this wedding thing. It's my first wedding.
By the way, I'm so happy he didn't know that about the wedding band and engagement ring, because he probably would have considered that in the budget for my engagement ring.
Man, I messed up.
So I love that because he didn't know there was another ring coming. I was excited about that.
So one other thing I didn't realize is that she's planning this, like, I thought it was a bridal shower, okay? So I assumed the bridal shower was for like the girls only, like Kenzie and her family and her friends, and so she's picking dates. It was very hard for her to get an actual date because she has so many friends from out of town to like synchronize everybody's dates and everything. She picked a weekend, and the Cubs were in Cincinnati that weekend. I go, okay, cool. I'll go to Cincinnati that weekend, and I'll go watch the Cubs and like stay out of your way. And I found out that
stay out of my way.
And I found out I'm an idiot because it's actually a wedding shower, and the husband or to be has to be there as well. It's for both of us.
Yeah, I go, you'll be coming and opening gifts and greeting people and helping me load presents into the car. So, no, I would prefer you in my way putting boxes in the car.
But apparently it is a party for both of us. It's
a wedding shower. I will say, yes, I get where you're coming from because the bridal wedding shower is more female geared. You don't invite... You only invite the girls, but because we're the two people getting married, like, okay, for example, my brother at his wedding bridal shower, you call it either thing, he was there for about an hour and a half, and after the games and the presents, and then when girls were just hanging out, then he left. He loaded up the car and left. You don't have to mingle all night, like that's fine, but yeah, for like to greet people, thank them for gifts, all that, like you're there for that.
Basically to carry the presents, like let's be real.
Yeah, I mean honestly, that's the main. But like you could leave about like have food, do all that, and then when all the girls are just hanging out after that, like you could go back early. That would be fine.
Yeah.
Like my brother went for probably about 2 or so, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Tam says, Roman, like she can't believe that I didn't know these things.
Tam,
City Girl,
what am I dealing with?
City Girl says, oh Justin, and then flip side says, luckily the wedding band is not as expensive as the engagement.
Also, Flip, no one asked you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be dropping in
a
suggested budget, Flipper, so mind your business.
This is a great segue to our next topic because it's about wedding rings, engagement rings, actually. So really fast, show me your engagement ring, honey, because I'm very
my
proud
nails
of it.
aren't done, so I didn't know that we were going to do that.
Uncover it. Uncover it.
I'm sorry.
So I feel like I got her the ring of her dreams. I kind of took some...
Don't judge my nails.
I took some like hints that she gave me from screenshots and got her a really good ring. Now, I hate rings. I am not a ring person. I've never worn rings. I don't ever want to wear a ring.
Most guys don't casually wear rings.
So you have a beef about the fact that why do girls have to wear engagement rings but guys don't?
Yeah, like why? Okay, why are women walking around like spoken for, even though I haven't signed paperwork, and men are out here looking single as a Pringle until the wedding?
Anybody who knows me on Instagram, on social media, they know I'm not single. All right, we're branded together.
Well, I like you. This is like literally like a stamp. Like it's like, pop. And I'll tell you what. A wedding ring is truly like, I know they say that wedding rings on guys actually attract girls. Like, oh, they can be in serious relationships or something about that.
Okay.
I think that's twisted and sick. But apparently, statistically, that happens. It is definitely not an attracting thing to a guy. Men run in the other direction if they see a girl wearing a ring. Because when men are out, they're looking for their best chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not going to go for somebody spoken for, especially wearing a ring that's more than you could afford clearly off the bat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they want their absolute best shot at going home with somebody. Let's be honest. So you're not gonna start with a ring. You're looking for a naked finger from the jump.
A naked finger.
It's repellent.
Quick Tack says my husband wore a ring the entire time we were engaged. Wow. Okay.
And she don't play around.
Okay.
She's a baddie and she does not play around, so I believe that. It is way worse for women. Totally. Oh wait, I don't agree. To who? To me? Irene, shut up.
Stacy Renee says, I love you guys. We love you too, Stacy. Thank you so much for checking in. So here's the deal. So she had a whole beef about engagement rings. Why do girls gotta wear
I thought that you should just get like a tattoo of my name or something like on your hand.
I'd rather do a tattoo actually. I don't have tattoos either, but like whatever. I can't imagine wearing a ring.
Whatever.
But she says, Justin, you could pick out any ring you want. Like anything you want would be cool for you to wear as a wedding ring, right? So I said, cool. I found something. I was on Instagram and I saw like a sponsored post and I was like, oh, this is dope, right? That is awesome.
That is ridiculous.
That is amazing.
That is ridiculous. Just so you know, it's a ring that looks like a baseball. That's not an effing wedding ring.
You said whatever I wanted though. Like we could engrave it with like, you know.
You're not supposed to look at your hand and think of 50 men on a field. You're supposed to think of your wife.
You said I could have. Okay, so actually, this one might be a little bit like too down the road, too like far off. But the manly bands, we do like some of the manly bands, right? You said that we like some of them.
Those are fine. Like, so they make these man bands, and like, say like the inside's gold and the outside's made from like the barrel of a wooden bat that was used in a baseball game. It's like that.
Yeah.
That is fine. Like, it's classic. You're not walking around with this gaudy-ass white ring with red laces on it. It's effing embarrassing. You shouldn't own it anyways. Like, even not as a wedding ring, don't wear that.
But
it's
I could put, like, you know, property of Kenzie, like, in the inner circle.
In the inner circle so no one can see it? That's so romantic. I love when you hide me. It's beautiful.
Tam says, nope, not that my vote matters, but no.
Exactly. And if you're wondering why you can't see, if you're watching on IG Live, we have like a legit Twitch so you can see all the graphics and stuff. Twitch.tv/Kenzie and Roman. It's free. So the photo's up there. But it's a ring that looks like a baseball.
It's really cool. It's really creative. I like that a lot. All right, well, speaking of baseball.
I've never seen anything uglier in my life.
Speaking of baseball, I had my heart broken on Monday. I'm a diehard baseball fan. The two sides, Major League Baseball and the Players Union, they were negotiating. There was a 5 o'clock deadline, and if they couldn't reach an agreement, baseball was going to be locked out and actually start canceling some regular season games. They did not come to an agreement, and now baseball, for the first couple series, has been canceled, and apparently more cancellations are on the way. This breaks my heart. It's my favorite sport in the entire world, and for me, baseball represents like springtime. Like, it's getting warmer outside. It's a whole different season. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, winter's behind us, and obviously for the Cubs standpoint, I'm a diehard Cubs fan. Season tickets for the Cubs, great seats. I enjoy going. We go to probably like 20 games, if not more, a year.
Right, it's true. We spend a lot of time at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, so they have they've canceled the first 2 series. More cancellations on the way. Now, Kenzie actually was very, very mad at me about the fact of, like, I was on Twitter the entire day on Monday because I was trying to, like, see what's going to happen.
But here's the thing, you guys. Here's my problem with this. If the news had come out and he was trying to figure it out, I would have never been angry. The issue is no matter what you found, it is not the answer. The answer was happening at midnight.
But there were rumors and stuff. They're like rumors.
But it doesn't matter because it's a rumor. So you would have been maybe. So I'm like, instead of ruining our whole night to not even find out an answer, why don't you just wait till midnight and find out the answer?
I was so bummed out.
Oh my God.
I'm heartbroken about it. It really bums me out. I'm not going to get too geeky about, like, you know, who I think is at fault or whatever. I think both parties are at fault. The only ones that lose are baseball fans, and we are baseball fans, and so we lose out on games, you know. So I hope they can fix this pretty soon and move forward.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really busy on April 4th, and I was super bummed because I didn't think I'd be able to go to opening day. So I was kind of like.
She was rooting for, like, the strike. She's rooting for the lockout to cancel opening day.
Because I was going to be so upset that I didn't miss it. So now I'm like, yeah, it'll be a little warmer and I won't miss it.
That was selfish of you. That was very... Baseball fans around the world are crying.
I didn't create the lockout. Like, it just happened to benefit me. That's not my fault.
Let's tackle some pop culture here. How about the fact of our boy Kanye West? You know, born and raised here in Chicago. We're big Chicago people. Well, she's not born here, but she lives here now. I'm born and raised. We both love Kanye West. He's getting a little crazy.
He's getting a little crazy.
Why don't you?
Are you finally there?
Why don't you? Before we get into it, actually, Sinbai says, Justin, what's a good place to eat over in Wrigleyville? And I'll tell you right now, Old Crow Smokehouse, the only place to party and eat in Wrigleyville. Old Crow Smokehouse.
That's a little biased.
Right down the street. I'm an actual investor of it, but I'm telling you right now, the best food, the best drinks, and the best atmosphere in Wrigley. So definitely check that out.
Mr. Damon, a Wayans family member, just jumped in.
What's up, man? How you doing,
what's
man?
going
What's up,
on?
buddy?
He's hilarious.
Yeah,
I went to his comedy
I love
show.
the whole family, actually.
Oh my God,
they're all
he's the
cool, man.
best. We got a question about our wedding. Is it going to be big or small? So we are actually having a pretty small, we're hoping about 80 people in Tulum. That one we want to keep intimate, mainly just family. And then we're doing a local celebration, which will be really big.
Yeah.
And that's where like coworkers, more recent friends that are like people we really care about, but
all you guys that
everybody.
We'll
It's kind of like an open bar thing.
All right, so back to our little pop culture here. So Kanye West again. Before we get into what's going on right now, we checked out his first episode on Netflix, that documentary just called Genius, right?
Yes.
It is awesome. That first episode's amazing.
And it's so, I will say, it is so nice to watch something positive about Kanye again.
For sure.
Because he's just drama. People think he's losing it. You feel bad for him, but then you stop feeling bad for him because he's doing too much. It just is this roller coaster. But he is so talented and so smart, and it's just so nice to see something positive about him again.
And he's always had this confidence. Like his confidence before he signed a record deal, he was a confident dude. And this documentary on Netflix, again, we've only seen the first episode, but this documentary so far, it's showing like his belief in himself. He believed in himself when no one else believed in him. Like it is cool to see his come up because he is super talented, and his, you might say, cockiness, that was there from day one before he had money. That was there.
You really, he just wasn't as in the spotlight, and there wasn't social media, and then you're like, this is pretty steady with who he's been. I'm not gonna lie. But here's my problem. So in the Kanye West video,
the new video,
he like decapitates and buries Pete Davidson.
Well, it's like a claymation of Pete Davidson. That's
and then
Pete.
Literally says at the end of the video, we all lived happily ever besides Skeet.
Like,
there was no room for interpretation. It's not funny. It's sick.
That's Pete Davidson's head with roses coming out of it.
It's sick. And I think collectively, this is when we all start needing to pay a little closer attention to what's happening. If this was anybody else, you would be like restraining order, jail, like anybody else. Because it's Kanye, you're like, oh my God, he's just nuts and smart. But it's like, this is gonna end up like snapped. Wife never made it out alive. Like, this is not good.
Him and Kim are going through a very messy divorce publicly, right? So people go through messy divorces, like, you know, behind the scenes, or they're not famous or whatever. But Kanye West and Kim Kardashian West, or not Kim Kardashian, they are going through a very messy divorce publicly. You know, listen, no one cared when Kanye was rapping about Kim Kardashian when she was leaving Chris Humphries. He was rapping about her at that point, leaving that dude, right?
But he wasn't threatening someone's life. There's a difference. You can make fun of someone and tease them.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. He's literally threatening violence on somebody.
Okay, so
that's dangerous.
Let's talk about this, because you're Miss Hip Hop from Tampa, right? I'm a huge old school hip hop fan.
Yeah.
Hip hop was built on threatening people, name checking, dissing people. Like it was built on that. So if Kanye is doing that to Kim Kardashian's new boyfriend, what's the difference?
Okay, here's where I think the difference is. Ready?
Tell me.
If you're part of the hip hop culture, you do that to people. You have it done to you. You enter beef. You enter battles. You are trying to be the baddest, toughest, rawest, whatever.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson is not in the hip hop arena.
Okay.
I think when you enter the hip hop world, you are a rapper, you sign up for the culture and what comes with it. And that's part of what comes with it.
Okay.
And Pete Davidson in no way has. He's like, I'm a nerdy comedian on SNL.
I have a counter.
Okay, you have a counter.
We both love Eminem, correct?
Yeah.
Eminem goes after everybody. In Sync back in the day, he went after New Kids on the Block, went after...
also, it's different.
Why?
Because it's one thing to like goof on someone.
He literally went after these people. Like literally a Moby. He went after all these people who were not in hip hop. He went after, and we both, by the way, we both love Eminem. He's my favorite rapper.
I love Eminem.
Tupac's my favorite. Eminem's my second. Like they are my favorite rappers.
Okay.
But he went after non-hip hop people, and we checked for it. We love it.
Also, okay, fine. He went for one. That's my stance on it. I think when you're entering that world, right? Okay.
Okay.
I also think that there's a way bigger. it's also inappropriate for him to do to his life and his family.
Okay.
Because this is a real person. His basically ex-wife, I think she's now officially single as of yesterday, is dating. And your children are old enough to have social media. If Kim stays with this person and he's in their life, there's bigger responsibilities. Eminem goofing on NSYNC, a boy group he wasn't around. There wasn't emotional ties to anybody he had dated or his daughters.
No. I love you.
Oh, my
but
mom?
Eminem went after his mom hardcore, went after his ex-wife Kim. He's got a song called Kim where he literally murders her in the song. It's on the Marshall Mathers LP. He murders her in the song. So no, Eminem did this. He did all of it. Way worse too. He did this worse. Why are we okay, or why were we okay with Eminem doing it? But Kanye West.
What year did that song come out?
A while ago.
Okay, so I was probably one
Okay,
and hadn't formed an opinion. And now that I'm old enough to hear the lyrics and form an opinion on someone's relationship, I also think it's more dangerous than it was back then because of the reach of social media and the constant.
Agreed.
You put out, listen, if all Kanye did was one thing, he put out one song, people will go, that is crazy. But he's posting about him, following him, constant harassment, constant social attention, videos, interviews. I think it's a lot. If Eminem went that hard after his ex-wife, I think people would have been like, you do.
Wait, today you mean?
Yeah, or when this much was available, where it could have been an everyday thing. That was pre-constant socials, constant attention. You put that one music video out, and that was nuts.
Yeah.
But it didn't make you look obsessive because it was one thing.
It's a good discussion, but I think you're right about the fact that it's different time periods.
Yeah.
But what Eminem has said about people, his loved ones, Kim and his mother, way worse than anything Kanye's ever said about. Not even Kim. He don't talk about Kim.
But,
he talks about Pete Davidson.
Right.
Skeet.
But I will also say, like, with Eminem, he's dealing, not that it's the appropriate way to express it, but Eminem was dealing from trauma from his mother being like a drug addict and things like that. What has Pete Davidson actually done besides date somebody that you treated like shit?
Let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean?
And I promise not to get mad at you about this because
Okay.
you would get mad at me if the question was to me. But I'll ask you this.
Okay.
I am not a Pete Davidson fan. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I don't think he's very funny. Like whatever. But I also don't think he's a good-looking dude either. So, but if we go through his list of people he's dated, Ariana Grande. Now Kim Kardashian, there's another one in there. Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Like what, in your mind, what is the appeal of Pete Davidson? Because those girls that I just named are all A-list superstars and very pretty women.
Right. So in my opinion, because I don't know him, so I can't go, he does this.
Yeah.
Some people like he has like a grungy appearance. Some people are into like a grungy look.
MGK and those
Yeah,
things.
like so he does have he has a grunge appearance, so that depends on if you're attracted to that or not. So he does have that.
I'm not.
He is a successful guy. That's something to be attracted to. That knocks out half the effing list of guys out there. So doesn't really need to use you. He's also not about attention in the sense of he's not on social media. He's not about he likes to just do his job and kind of fade into the background.
Well, he tried to get on social media, but Kanye's people got him off
he
social
deleted
media.
social media years ago because of harassment and just negative energy. So it's not his thing. He doesn't need to be seen all the time. And I really think of the women you listed: A-list, money, have everything. What they don't have is just a normal relationship, and I think he offers a lot of normalcy because he's not like, I want to be at every party and I want to be dressed up. I think he's like, let's go get pizza. I think he still has, being a successful man without them going and dating somebody who could use them for money. He's about as successful as you can get, where they aren't being used, but as normally behaved in I think that really attracts people, because Kim Kardashian said Kanye does all these grand things for me, but he does none of the little things for me. He's just like not around in little moments. I think people crave a normalcy once they have everything, and I think that he presents that.
I hear you. I think Kim's listen. Kanye was crazy before Kim married Kanye. Kanye was Kanye this entire time. One thing Flipside said that I agree. In the Netflix Kanye documentary called Genius, I love how the first episode showed his closest with his mom, and that's one thing you will find out in that documentary. Him and his mom, they were super close. In my opinion, I met Kanye a few times, interviewed him a few times. A huge fan of his music. I personally think that when he lost his mother, that's when he snapped a little bit, and then things have never been the same since. I'm a big Kanye fan. I always will be. Chicago. But I think you watch that documentary, you realize what his mother meant to him, and losing his mom, I think snapped him into
And
this.
I
Kanye.
feel like, and it is not Kanye's fault. I want to stamp that. But I think because he paid for her, I think it was like a liposuction or whatever it was.
Surgery, right.
He paid for some type of surgery for her that wasn't like a medical. It was like a, what's the word? Like a cosmetic.
Surgery, yeah,
Right. So because he optionally paid for that and gifted it to her, I think he feels
guilty or something.
like he played a role. Because listen, if she equally as horrible, if she passed away in a car accident or because of an illness, and he paid for the best doctors and did all he could, he didn't play a hand in that because she was out that day. I think he feels deliberately like he probably played a hand in her passing,
it definitely,
and he didn't. It is not his fault, but that would haunt you.
Yeah, but you'll realize in the Netflix documentary that literally like they are so close, and it's really cute to see and endearing to see.
Yes.
But man, I think when he lost her, that something snapped. I think.
I love that my mom pops in with a T and says facelift.
Hey, what's up, Mrs.
Hey, mama.
Garut says also that I think his mom's death played a role.
Totally.
Marco Churchill said the same thing. He went downhill after losing his mom. So
absolutely. Money won't keep a woman. You're right. It'll make them show up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Why don't we do this before we get out of here? Let's bring it down from some serious stuff to something that's like kind of dumb, but has created a big firestorm on social media, on our social media. I'm born and raised in Chicago. And you're born in Minnesota, raised in North Carolina,
then back to Minnesota, then to Tampa. Yeah.
Is it called pop or soda? I'll tell you really fast from my standpoint. Chicago people know it's called pop. It is not called soda. It is called pop. Kenzie, what do you think?
Let me tell you something. There is an option C that ain't even on the chart. So when you live in the South, what they actually call it is Coke. It's all Coke. And then they go, what kind of Coke you want? And you're like, a Sprite.
That's so dumb.
I swear to God.
Coke is a brand.
You're like, oh, I want Coke. What kind? Sprite, Mountain Dew, whatever.
That's so dumb.
So when I first, because I was born, but very young in Minnesota. So when I moved back to Minnesota, I'd be like, oh, I want a Coke. And then they just walk away. And I'm like, come back. Like that, I want a diet. You didn't even ask.
It's crazy.
Then when I moved to Florida, I called it soda.
Okay.
I've never called it pop.
So again, I don't know if it's actually I think your mom commented on our post too. She calls it pop. So I think maybe
she's from Ohio.
Midwest though.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I think
Midwest
the
thing.
Midwest thing. I know for sure it's a Chicago, Illinois thing. It is pop here, and people are Garut pop, City Girl pop. Those Chicago people seeing pop in the chat too.
That's like a Midwest thing.
It's a Midwest thing, I think for sure. But then now you're saying down south in Tampa, it's soda.
Yeah, it's okay. So anybody knows if you live in Florida, it's not southern.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it's the furthest south,
right.
It doesn't have southern energy. So in the actual South, your North Carolinas, your Texas, those vibes. Okay, in the actual South, it's Coke, all of it, and then you gotta say what kind of Coke you want. And then when you're in Florida and stuff, it's soda.
I could get down with maybe calling it soda. I think calling it Coke is stupid because Coke is an actual brand. You're not gonna say I want a Coke. What I mean is a root beer. It makes no sense. It's stupid.
I'm sorry, but it is. I didn't invent it. I'm just what they were saying.
I'm not yelling at you.
It's funny though, because when I moved to Chicago, I met Justin right away, and
I snatched it right away. I said, "No, you're with me."
And we went to this event, and he's like, "Do you want a drink?" And I actually don't drink a lot. I'd have been guzzling wine the entire show, but I actually don't drink a lot. So we're at this event. He's like, "Do you want a drink?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'll just have a soda." And he literally went and got me a club soda.
Yeah, because if a girl says she wants vodka and soda, I think it's a vodka and club soda, right?
I'm like, what is this? Because maybe he brought me Sprite because I said soda.
Enjoy your soda.
Oh my, he's like, it's club soda.
Enjoy your soda.
But clearly you weren't used to that term. I don't know why you didn't clarify.
I don't know, because I have heard vodka and soda, that's a big deal. Vodka and soda and vodka Sprite, whatever. So I thought club soda is soda. I don't know.
Oh,
you know,
it was horrible. I was like, I'll just go get my Diet Coke. I'll be right back.
So I would say go to any of our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and comment, vote. Vote your.
We have that post everywhere, so go ahead and vote.
And I'll tell you what, I didn't expect it to get the reaction that it did. We posted it today around 4:30, and it exploded. So if you have a vote, please go on there and do it. And one last time before we get out of here, for our Instagram folks, thank you for joining the show. Twitch is so much better. It's got visuals, it's got pictures, it's got sound, it's got audio. It is our show, but we decided to stop swimming upstream. And you know what? If you're not going to Twitch, we still want you to watch. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. And Twitch people, we love you guys. But for everybody Our guy DJ Flipside, he created our Twitch channel. He really pushed us to do a show every single week, and he's dropping a brand new song tonight. So it'll be everywhere music is at, I think he said 11 o'clock Central Time.
Okay.
It's DJ Flipside, and the song is called So Good.
Are you sure?
No, Feel Good. It's called Feel Good. I'm so sorry.
I thought it was Good Times.
Oh my God. Good time. I'm so, yeah.
I
good.
told you! I got you, Flipper.
Either way, tonight, 11 p.m., Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get music. It's called Good Time. DJ Flipside.
It's too good, so good, Good Time.
He's one of the Jump Smokers. This is like his solo record. He's got a vocalist on there. It's a really good song, great hook. So support our guy because he supported us so much. So Flipside, we love you. Best of luck, buddy. Can't wait to stream it over and over again for you. But yeah, everybody, thank you for joining the show. We did it.
Thank you so much. Again, hop over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Kenzie Roman. It's free. That's my favorite word. That's why I like to clarify that. I don't like when people try to get me to spend money.
But either way, we want you to check out the show. So next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. I don't care where you get your stuff. Instagram, Twitch, YouTube the next day. Either way, thank you for joining the show. We love you guys very, very much.
Thank you.
And remember, it's called pop. All right?
It's not. It's really not called that.
Bye, guys.